Well, hello to all of my sunflower and diamond friends. How is how is everyone? Uh, how how is everyone doing? Oh my goodness. It is actually Thanksgiving Day. I decided I'm going to do my whip and chat kind of early, but I will still post it for Saturday for 2 p.m. So, we will have supper with my family 5:30 today. We go to Victoria because it will be at my sister and her husband's farm now instead of in town. So that will be something different for us, but it's okay. All right. Like I said, I decided to do an early taping of my whip and chat. So we'll go ahead and get started here in a little bit. First of all, I had received I received a message from Michelle Morgan. That's how it's supposed to be said. Anyway, she said someone by the name of Rico had told her that I recommended Diamonds for Better tomorrow for his wife because she's had some health issues. And when she said that as well, I don't know no Rico, but okay. So Rico, if you do watch my videos, thank you. And I want to thank all of my other subscribers out there. Since today is Thanksgiving, what a wonderful way to say thank you to all of you. The last I knew, I have 253 subscribers, but you know what? It's okay. Number fluctuates. Sometimes I get up to 255, then I'm down to 253. So it is what it is. That's how I look at it. And you notice I have a fall shirt on. It has pumpkins. So, yep. So I have some things I wanted to share with you a little bit before we get started. First, we got to do the prayer card. So let me get that, and then we'll get into diamond painting. Today's prayer. The Lord loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of his unfailing love. Psalm 33:5. So there you go. Okay. Put that over there in that basket. All right. Let me move this down to where I am working. Let's see. Yep, right there. See? Right here. It's a big square. It goes like from where the ruler is to about right where my thumb is. So what I've been doing is I peel off the clear plastic that's on the whole thing. I cut it and peel it off. And then what I do is I count 6 rows, and then that's where I place my thing. And then I just do that area, and then when I'm done, I do 6 more, and then I do 6 more. So it's been going really good. And I tell you, I really, really love this pen. I got to go back into Amazon and change it to a 5-star. And I did give you guys, I think, information last week in my video. So go check it out if you haven't. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's all the louder it is. It's really not that loud. So, which is good. Okay, let me turn that off a minute when I get my diamonds ready here. This is the cord that you use, and I have a label maker, so I put diamond pin on there, so I know that's where it goes to. I'm bad about it. Sometimes I can't remember what cord goes where, so I've started using my label maker to, that may be a little too many. Why did I do that? I'll never know. But, oh well, it's okay. So, yeah. The week has not been bad. Our weather's really nice. Whoops. Today it's supposed to get up to 51. Tomorrow, I think 51, and then it's supposed to turn cold. So we'll see. We're supposed to maybe get snow, but it is what it is. If it comes, it comes. But one good thing, if it snows right now, since we've had this warm weather, it won't stick. It won't stay around real long. So that's a good thing. I don't mind the snow. I just don't want it to land on the roads. I know. You say, well, that's, that's snow. I know, but when it's on the roads, I don't like it because it makes it harder to drive. And some people, you have to watch out for them because they don't watch. They're reckless. They may think they're doing good, but in all, they're not. Wait a minute. Why? Okay. Hold that thought a minute. I just realized I got something wrong here. Yep. Oh, goodness. Well, I caught it early enough, so let's see if I can get these. Oh, my goodness. Put the wrong number down. Hey, come on, get up. I apologize for this, guys. Oh, my goodness. This is not what is supposed to happen. I read the number wrong. It's 9:38, not 8:38. So, yeah. And like I said, luckily I've only put down a few, so I'll get them picked up. Whoops, that one's okay. Yeah. All right. That's where it was. Okay. Stay down, Diamonds. Stay down. You okay? All right. Let's start all over. Ay. Okay. So, I want to know, how many of you watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade today? Any more, you get to watch it and you can rewatch it later. So, I don't know if we'll get to watching it or not. Maybe later. I can try. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, because there's so many people who think Kansas is not interesting. Well, I have a fun fact for you. I know, I share quite a few, but that's okay. So anyway, in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you have those big balloons. Okay? Ay. Losing my diamonds. Stay in the thing. Okay, so anyway, those big balloons, they need helium in them. Well, would you know that there is a gas company here in Kansas? It's in Otis, by the way, and that is a population of around 296. Well, this business is called Messer Industrial Gas Company. They're the ones who are responsible for filling up the giant balloons, because that's what the gas company has, is helium, and they've been doing it since 1990, so that's roughly about 35 years. They fill up the trucks, and then the trucks drive 24 hours to get to New York so they can fill up those balloons. And they have an office manager. She's been there 40-some years, and she's went up there once. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought I needed to share that with you guys. Because I know there are some people who think Kansas is just so boring. And we are not. You just got to look in the right places to realize that Kansas is not boring. And we may be flat, because I know there are some people who say Kansas is flat. Yes, but did you know there are some areas where Kansas looks like it's the Grand Canyon? I know. I tell you, You just got to know where to look. Kansas has some really, really cool places. You just got to look for them. That's why I love living in Kansas. There's just so many cool things. You just don't realize it. Okay. Anyway, so this week's been pretty good. I haven't been all that busy at work, which is fine. And they hired a new person, so he was being trained this week. So, yep. Oh, gotta make sure I get all the check marks. Okay. All right. I wanted to say that if you was thinking about purchasing this pen, go for it. It is by Opont. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was about $25. To me, that's not bad. So yeah, it's well worth it. It's not heavy. It's very lightweight. You charge it, and you can start diamond painting once it's charged. It didn't take that long. So, yeah, there we have it. Okay, let me see. I want to do 801. Okay. What did you guys think of my unboxing of Old Glory at Half Dome? Did you guys like that? Oh my gosh, I think that is so beautiful. That is going to be one of the bigger ones that I've done. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty exciting once I get to it. I don't know when I'll get to it, because after this one, I'm going to do the one called Soldier. And then after that, I have the Statue of Liberty, or Liberty flag. I think that's what it's called. It's the Statue of Liberty that has the flag behind it. I'm going to do that one after Soldier. For the fact, I want to take the two diamond paintings with me. I think I want to check with my dad. I think the Statue of Liberty with the flag called Liberty, I think that's the one I want to do for the new National Guard building that's being built. So, I think that's the one. I think it would. And who was I talking to? Oh no, I talked to somebody. Oh, my coworker, and I showed her the Old Glory at Half Dome, and then I showed her the Liberty one, and I said, since the National Guard is building a new building, I said I want to do one and donate it, and I said I think I want to do this one, meaning the Statue of Liberty, and she thought that was a good idea. I thought, good. But I'm going to check with my dad and see if he thinks the same, which I think he will. So that'll be pretty cool. So I kind of got my work cut out for me. I know what diamond paintings I want to do and everything. So, oh, and I think this weekend we're going to go see our godson and his family. So I got their Christmas gifts sitting on my couch over there. They're in a box. I gotta get them wrapped. I got him a glow-in-the-dark dinosaur blanket and then some coloring books. So, yep. And then his sisters, I got them each a glow-in-the-dark blanket. They're a little smaller, but I think will be okay. If they don't want to use them, they can use them for their baby dolls, I figured. So, yep. Just like, this is really the only time we're going to be able to go see them, because the reason why it's not going to work out anytime in December is, well, the first weekend in December, his grandparents are taking him and his older sister somewhere. And then the following week, I have my workplace is having a Christmas party. And that's down in Garden City this year. Then the following week, my husband, his workplace has their Christmas party on a Sunday at noon. I don't know why, but, it's okay. And then the month of December is done. It's like, goodness. I can't get over how quick it all goes. And then I thought maybe the last weekend in December, but my sister said she's busy, so it's like, well, then we said, would the week of Thanksgiving, would that work? And they said they thought it should, so we'll have to send a message probably tomorrow to make sure that it'll work out. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Ouch. That's just looking pretty good. Just buzzing right along. I'll tell you what. If you was diamond painting with the tweezers, I recommend this. It's been a lifesaver and it kind of goes a little quicker. So, I was telling my coworker, I said, I got myself a cordless vacuum pen, and she says, oh, what? So I had to go get my phone because I do have a picture of this pen in my phone. So I showed her to her. She said, oh, okay. I said, yeah. I said, tweezers is okay, but I think it's very slow. Unless you guys have done it a very long time and you have it down, which is, you maybe do, which is fine. But I like this pen, the vacuum pen. It's so much better. It goes quicker. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, this should go in there. Okay. All right, I want to share some other tidbit information with you. This one is food first. It says, all humans remember that Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon. But who cooked the first potato chip, froze the first ice pop, or opened the first restaurant? Crum, C-R-U-M, Epperson, E-P-P-E-R-S-O-N, and, oh my, I'm not going to be able to say this one. Boulanger, B-O-U-L-A-N-G-E-R. The names may not be as memorable, but their pioneering spirit has still been rewarding to much of the human race. Okay, so this is about the first barcode. 1974 in Ohio, the first item to be sold using a barcode was a packet of Wrigley's chewing gum, sold at 8:01 on June 26, 1974 at Marsh Supermarket in Troy, Ohio. Oh, that is interesting. I would never known that. Okay, let me see if I can. Just found I missed one, so let me grab it real quick here. Okay, and then the first restaurant. Okay, the first eating place to call itself a restaurant was the Champ. Oh my goodness, this is French. It's, I'm not even going to try because I'll probably just something. Okay, it says in Paris, established by Monsieur Boulanger in 1765. A sign in Latin invited people to venite a me. Oh boy, this is a lot of French. So we're going to say it in English instead. It says, "Come to me, all whose stomachs grumble, and I will restore you," which is why a restaurant owner is called a restaurateur, which means restorer. Okay, so let me reread this again because I kind of made it sound bad. Okay, the first eating place to call itself a restaurant was the Champ in Paris, established by Monsieur Boulanger in 1765. A sign in Latin invited people to "Come to me, all whose stomachs grumble, and I will restore you," which is why a restaurant owner is called a restaurateur, a restorer. Okay. First drinkable instant coffee was back in 1938. I bet, give me a minute, I have to think. Crafty Chef Diamond. I think you will like all of these. This is all about food, and you can tell me if you've heard these before. It says discounting early failures such as liquid coffee essence and pulverized beans. The first instant powder coffee was perfected by Swiss scientist Max Morgenthaler and launched by Nestle in April of 1938 as Nescafe. Whoa. Okay, that's how Nescafe came about. All right, the first chips in 1853. Chef's fit of temper misfires. Okay, the first potato chips were served in 1853 at the Moon Lake House Hotel in Saratoga Springs, New York, where financier Cornelius Vanderbilt had complained that the fried potatoes were too chunky. Annoyed by the criticism, the chef, George Crumb, sliced the potatoes as thinly as he could and fried them until they were crisp to teach Vanderbilt a lesson. But instead, they proved extremely popular. Okay, there you go. 1923, the first ice pop. Prototype. The first ice pop was discovered in 1923 by American lemonade salesman Frank Epperson. He left a glass of lemonade on a windowsill overnight with a spoon in it. The next morning, the lemonade was frozen, and when he tried to pull out the spoon, he found himself holding the world's first ice pop. Epperson called it an Epsicle, but it was later marketed as a popsicle. Okay, this is interesting. I've never heard these before. Okay, the first breakfast cereal, shredded wheat, in 1893. The first ready breakfast cereal was shredded wheat, produced in 1893 by dyspeptic American lawyer Henry D. Perky in Denver, Colorado, as an aid to digestion. The first flake oh my goodness, I can't even read. The first flake breakfast cereal was Granose Flakes. produced 2 years later by fellow American Dr. John Harvey Kellogg at his Battle Creek Sanatorium in Michigan. And I heard that when you are at the facility of Kellogg's, you know which cereals they're making. I guess by the smell you can tell. That's what I've heard. How true it is, I don't know. So if you've been there and you know, you can put it in the comments. Okay, 1929 in Toronto. Meat was industrially frozen for transportation during the 19th century. And in the early 20th century, frozen fruit was often sold along with ice cream. But the first individually packaged frozen food were 1-pound packs of frozen haddock sold in 1929 as fresh ice fillets in Toronto. Clarence Birdseye launched his range of frozen foods the following year. Okay. All right. 1869, France. On July 15th, 1869, Frenchman, oh goodness, I can't even begin to say his name, patented a mixture of sweet, skim milk, pork, and beef offal, and bicarbonate of soda. He called it margarine because of its pearly whiteness. Margaron being the Greek word for pearl. Okay. Invented by order of Napoleon III to provide cheap butter for the French armed forces. Okay. 1929. Oh, fish sticks. Who likes fish sticks? The first frozen fish sticks, later marketed as fish fingers in Britain, were produced by an American company, Gorton's, in 1953. Britain's first ever radio commercial on October 8, 1973, was for fish fingers. 1 million fish sticks now eaten every day in Britain. Okay, now we're going to talk about baked beans. The idea of canning food was patented in Britain in 1810, and the first cannery was established in 1812. The first canned baked beans were produced in 1875 by Burnham and Morrill of Portland, Maine. 200 billion cans of food produced every year worldwide. All right. So now you have some fun facts about food. Next week, we'll read about something different. So there you have it. Okay, let's get back to this. And what time is it? I'm going to 30 minutes. Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. I need 8:38. Oh, now I need 8:38. Not before, but now. I just would have looked and didn't. Oh, well. It's okay. It'll all come out. As I like to say, it'll all come out in the laundry. Alright, so are any of you doing Black Friday sales tomorrow? I am not. I have to work. So I won't be doing them. I don't think there are some things I need, but it may have to wait. But I think they'll have more sales throughout as, you know, Christmas gets closer. So, back in September, I had seen, I like to call them commercials. They're maybe not really commercials, but, you know, you're on YouTube, certain things pop up, okay? Anyway, I had seen something, and I didn't click on it right away. It's like, yeah, yeah. And it kept showing up and showing up. So finally, I decided to watch the whole thing. And in a way, now I'm glad I did because of my hip pain that I have. I found out I have something called, okay, I gotta think of it, glutathione something like that. I have it written down. Anyway, so this company, it's called the BB Company. I purchased the one product. It's called Provitalize. And then I started taking it, and it seems to help with my leg pain, which is good. Well, then I have a few other issues. And so the other product that I purchased is just for women. And so it should be coming. It says Monday, but I have a feeling it will be here Saturday. So I'm excited for that product also. I'm not going to go into it a lot, but if you know us women, we have a lot of issues, especially if you're going through perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, hot flashes, you name it, we got those problems. Okay, so I mean, it's just part of life. So anyway, this is supposed to help with all of that. It's called Radency. So I'm excited for that to come so I can get myself on it. And it's supposed to help with, like I said, other things. So I am really excited for that. So yeah. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm tired. Actually, would you guys believe I stayed in bed until 7 o'clock? I wasn't up at 4. I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't know if I could do it. I told my husband, I'm going to try and stay in bed. And yeah, I did. I stayed in bed until 7. So it's like, all right. Okay, now what are the chances of this? It looks like every one of these diamonds is facing up, not down. Oh my goodness. So let's shake, shake, shake and get some of these to go down. So yeah. So I was pretty excited about that. That I stayed in bed until 7 o'clock. And it actually felt pretty good. So it's like, yay me. I will have to see what Diamond Art Club will have for Black Friday, but I don't know if I'll purchase anything. Probably if they have something patriotic, but even then I may not. It'd have to be very, very tempting to me, I guess, or very beautiful of a diamond painting if it's patriotic. Or maybe even an eagle. Well, that's patriotic too, but I mean, I'm kind of picky about what diamond paintings I want to work on. Patriotic for sure. Landscape, sunflowers. Oh, anything peanuts. I love my peanuts. So if they have any peanuts, maybe, but I don't know. We'll just have to. Oh, and if horses, I love horses too. So if there were any, I do have, I think 2 horses. I have the one that was at Hobby Lobby. It was a black horse with white background. And then I have, it's a horse that's in a field of, or To me, it's like a field of sunflowers because, I mean, it's a sunflowers around it. So that's why I say it's a field of sunflowers. So I do have that. I think those are the only two I have of horses. So yep. One of these days, I know, pow, right in the kisser from the Honeymooners. Yep, that's how old I am. I remember him. Jackie Gleason, by the way. I could never understand why a man's name was Jackie when I was Jackie, but you know, that's okay. But I don't know. I just kind of fell in love with him. He was pretty. He acted pretty good. I liked him a lot. So anyway, okay, where was I? Oh yeah, talking. Oh goodness. So, trying to think, what was I saying about Diamond Paytons and Pow right in the kisser? Ay ay ay. Oh yeah, now I know what I was going to say. Ay ay ay. Hopefully, maybe one day, I'll have to check to see. I would like to have a diamond painting of my Snoopy. So I want, what do they call them? A custom one. Yeah. I have a picture, and it was funny. Last year, I had this wooden plaque done for my husband that had a bass fish on it. And at the bottom, it says Williams. And so I contacted them and wanted to know. I showed them the picture. I said, would you be able to put this on like a wooden plaque or a baseball cap? And she goes, we don't do your animals, but if you have a breed of a dog. It's like, okay, I don't know. Anyway, so I just said, okay, thank you. So I'm just letting it be. But I'll have to do some searching. I'd still like to get my Snoopy put on. And it wouldn't have to be in color on a wooden plaque like I have this bass fish for my husband. If it was black, well, you know, it would be black, but it wouldn't be black and white. It would be black and however they do it. I think it would look so nice. And then write Snoopy's name on the bottom. So yeah, that's something I'll have to look into. I kind of waited. Well, you know, Snoopy just passed in August, so it's kind of making it late in the year to get something done. And then I would like to have this picture put on a t-shirt for both my husband and I. I think that would be cool. So anyway, I'll have to do some searching and see if I can find some business. Maybe I have to look on Etsy. That's maybe where I gotta go. $8.69. Here we go. I think that's what I gotta do. Go on Etsy and see. Because I really would like to have. I mean, I have pictures of Snoopy. Don't get me wrong. They're all on my phone. I do have one that I have at work. And I had it first. I have a shelf unit. And so I had it there. But since he's passed, I moved it closer to my computer. So I can see him every day. It's funny. The other day, my husband goes, do you think of Snoopy a lot? I said, well, yeah, because I'm the one who mainly took care of him. He goes, I think of Snoopy a little. I said, it's okay. I said, I was more attached to him than you was, because, you know, Snoopy and I just kind of more or less clicked. And plus, I was like his mom. I took good care of him. He knew it, too. And he took care of me. So, but anyway, so that's a thought. Maybe for next year for Christmas. I did ask my husband what he wanted for Christmas. Or I said for his, yeah, I think Christmas, and plus he has birthday in December. So yeah, I have that. Yeah, his birthday and Christmas. It's like, oh my goodness, but it's okay. And his sister has birthday in December. She's a Christmas Eve baby. So yeah. I'll have to ask her if she wants to go out to eat for her birthday. We're going to go pick her up when we go to my other sister for Thanksgiving. So I'll have to ask her how she wants that done. Oh, and last week Sunday we had our last breakfast at the diner. And let me tell you, they were busy last week. So, but not much you can do. He was in business 3 years, so I don't know. Maybe he just got tired of cooking. But every time we went, everything was always good, so he should at least know that. So, anywho, trying to think, what's my next thing here? 370. Oh, here we go. 370. It's funny, growing up, for Thanksgiving, we always went, my mom's mom, her parents, for Thanksgiving. I don't know if we went down by my dad's parents that often for Thanksgiving. I think maybe at first, but I can't remember because it's just something I do. But Thanksgiving, pretty much, we always went over by my mom's parents. So, and it was always so much fun because, you know, you had all your cousins, and Grandma and Grandpa's house wasn't all that big, but, you know, it was big enough. And so she had her kitchen wasn't all that big, but, you know, they had a table and she stretched it out. So Grandma and Grandpa would sit on either end, and then, you know, her kids and their spouses would sit around the table. And then the grandkids, she had a card table. Well, let me think. No, she had a bigger table, and us older grandkids got to sit around it, and then if there were little ones, they got to sit around the card table. So I was recalling all of that. It's like, oh my goodness, those were the days. Okay, hold on here. My thing needs to be picked up a little bit. Whoops, gotta turn the vacuum part on. So yeah. And then we go downstairs in the basement. The basement, that's funny. There are 3 bedrooms down there, and there was a long hallway. And we would play kickball down in the basement. Don't ask me how, but we did. We came up with kickball. We had first base, second base, you know, all of that. Oh my goodness. We had so much fun downstairs in the basement. And we would somehow kick the ball, and the ceiling was low. It wasn't a high ceiling down there. So we'd be kicking it. And oh my goodness. What are you guys doing downstairs? Nothing. Well, just be careful. Don't break anything. We won't. It was so much fun. And then Grandma and Grandpa had like a side door, and it led out from the basement. And you very seldom didn't go out that way. I don't know. We just never did. But that's where Grandma kept all of her baked goods. Oh my gosh. And if you knew it, you could go and sneak something. But you had to be careful so you didn't get caught. Because she'd keep her hatsies there and any other goodie that she would make. Oh my gosh, she made the best applesauce cake. I should make that again. I do have the recipe. That was always my favorite cake. Because I don't know how she did it, but it just tasted so yummy. Well, you know, it's Grandma. And then she'd have a frosting on it. And I just loved it because the frosting got very hard and it wasn't soft. I don't know why, but for this applesauce cake, it just hit the spot. Let me tell you. And then one year after Grandma passed, because I had the recipe, I did make some for my siblings. But that was a lot of work. It's like you almost have to have a big kitchen to do it. You really don't, but I feel like you did because one, I don't have enough room on my kitchen counters, and when I cook, I need to spread stuff out. But anyway, and then it was funny. We eat something that's called a cheese pocket, okay? And it's German. And I don't know, I've been hungry for it. So I ended up sending my brother a message. I said, "Do you eat cheese pockets?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you making me some?" I was like, well, no, not really. I said, "I'm just asking because I have to kind of figure it out because I had to look at the recipe. And to make cheese pockets is a lot of work because you use cottage cheese, ricotta, onions, and then I did look into older of our church cookbooks, and they do have like a simpler way. The way my mom made it, she took like dough and she would have it rolled out. She wouldn't have it real thick, kind of thin. And then she put her cottage cheese, and then she took the corners and rolled it up and everything. And then you put it in like a 9 by 12, and you got to put, I think, heavy whipping cream and all of that. And I tell you what, it's delicious. Anyway, so I've been hungry for that. So maybe after my cow comes, because I'm getting a half of a cow. It went in Tuesday. And then it's got to hang there for 14 days. And so my brother-in-law, that's who I purchased the cow from, because, you know, he's a farmer. You might as well purchase it from someone you know. And he thought probably by December 19th, around in there, that's when I'll be able to go get it. They'll call and tell me that it's all ready. So I have to get my small little freezer taken care of, and I have to get that worked on. That's another reason why I decided to do this whip and chat today, because if I do this today and then go get it so it posts for Saturday, then Saturday I can work and try to get some of my other stuff done, like clean up. I mean, I've already cleaned the freezer out once, but for some reason I gotta clean it again. And I gotta straighten it out because I gotta make sure I have enough room to put this half of a cow in. Even though I have a small freezer, the last 2 times when I had a half of a cow, I got it all in there. It has 2 baskets, I do have to take those 2 baskets out to get it all in there, but you know, it's okay. But it makes it nice because then I don't have to buy that at the grocery store every time that I want meat. I just have it in my freezer and I just pull out what we want. And this week, I said, I don't know what we're going to eat because I don't want to go buy, a bunch of meat because my meat's going to be coming. So we just have to eat quite a bit of eggs for a while. I don't know. We'll see. I did find a container of chili soup in the freezer, and we ate that, I think, last week one day. My husband goes, ooh, this is good. I said, well, it was in the freezer. I just wanted to get that item out before our cow comes. And I have a lot of soup bones left. I need to make them up. So maybe that's what I'll have to do. Maybe dig them out tonight. And that way, or tomorrow, I can dig them out. And that way, Saturday, I can put them in my Instapot and cook them off. So, yep, I think that's what I'll do. Ooh, I missed a row. I hope that's okay. I'll get them here in a bit. Okay, the star is 6:10. So what time do we have? Oh, almost. Okay. Well, guys, I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy this whip and chat. Oh, I didn't say who I was, did I? I don't think I did. By the way, I'm Jackie Williams of Sunflower and Diamonds. And I'm in Kansas. Which that part I did mention, I think. So, yep. Okay. I do wish the pen would have just a little bit more suction to it. Sometimes they're just a little, that's why I kind of snap it off when I'm not using it. Because one, it takes me forever to do something, as you can see. Okay. Alright. Let me put my specs on, and you can see I just got this little bit right in here. Here, hold on. Where's my pointy? Right here. I got this right here again. It's a minus sign and equal sign. Then I got this row here. How? I missed it. Oh, I think this was laying on top, but that's okay. And then I'll move down another 6. So, yep. It's moving along. Then I think I'm going to come up here and do 8 because it's all color blocking. I don't think it has that many. It's just different. It'll be kind of like 2 and 3, I'm thinking. And then 9 is going to get just a little bit more like a tan color because it's part of the shoulder of the uniform. So, yeah. So, after 8, or when I get started, if you guys want, you can send me your number, and a couple of you already have, and I'm just going to keep those numbers. Let me see here. Yeah, a lot of you said you wanted to keep your numbers, which is fine, so I'll just re-put everybody into the thing. I think I even kept the papers. So, yep. That's how I think I'll do it. I just kept everybody's. I'll just throw those in when I'm at least down to the bottom of 8. And then I'll draw, and then we'll see which section I do next. Okay. Sorry, it was kind of, I don't know, rambly. I lost my train of thought several times, so I apologize for that. It happens. It's life. So, everyone have a wonderful, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, because by the time you see this, Thanksgiving will be over with. I hope you didn't eat too much, but I hope you ate enough and had some good food. We're having pork chops. We just aren't big turkey eaters, so, and when my brother cooks, you don't complain. He's cooking. I'm just thankful. Sunday, I said, what do you need me to bring? He says, get vegetables and some bread. Okay. So he said, the bread, if you can, I want a jalapeno cheese loaf. You get it at Dillon's. And then I picked up a garlic loaf. And then I picked up 3 bags of a broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, steamed vegetable bag. So I'll have to send him a message and remind him, don't forget the vegetables and the bread. So he was wanting to make ribs, but where he wanted to get them, they didn't have any. So, whoops. I said, that's okay. Pork chop will work. Oh, and I love this light board. There was somebody who said she has the same light board. And she told me that, okay, there's arrows that go up and arrows that go down. If you hold them together and let it flash one time, it will stay on. You don't have to worry that you'll turn it off, because that was my problem at first. And after she told me that, I did it and it was like, I loved it. So yeah, my light board and my pen are 2 of my fabulous things that I purchased. I love. Oh, and I did ask, and nobody put down in the comments, and if you forgot, that's okay. If you know of any small business that makes the trays, kind of bigger ones like this, please let me know. I wouldn't mind purchasing. It's just, I don't know who makes what small businesses there are. I just thought of it. I think Bella Art Nicole, I think they do. I may have to check them out. So I'm needing some more, because this is helpful. I didn't realize how beneficial the trays, like on a big canvas like this, really help. Because I have all my bags laying out, and the ones that are in trays, I got laying here, and then I have the one that's empty. So, yep. And a pool noodle, you lay it here and you roll it to where you're working. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. So, if you never tried a pool noodle, you need to get one. And they come really long, so cut it down halfway. Yeah. And it works really nice. So, and then what I got to do, because it kind of curls up after being here, I'm going to lay something heavy on top to keep it flat. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to say have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you have nice weather. If it's getting cold, stay warm. Like I said, it's supposed to be getting colder here Saturday, with a chance maybe of snow. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I'm going to say goodbye and have a wonderful weekend and week. Bye. Love you all.